Hello students, today I am going to start a new lesson, Civics chapter 3. The name of the chapter is How a State Government Works. Those who are not on the Google Meet class, please watch this video properly and understand this chapter properly. So, how a state government works means India is divided into different states and each state has its own government, and how this government works, this is all about the chapter. So first of all, who is an MLA? So as I told you that India has got 28 states, and in each state there is a legislative assembly, and each state during the election time is divided into different constituencies or area, right? And from these different constituencies, from each constituencies, one representative is elected in the election. When the election happens, from each constituencies, one representative is elected, and this elected representative becomes MLA, and MLA meaning is member of the Legislative Assembly. Let me explain more here. Different constituencies means, suppose there is an election in Allahabad. So Allahabad is a big constituency. So it is divided into many constituencies. Suppose many constituencies are there. So from each constituency, each area, suppose constituency number 1. From this constituency, many political parties have given tickets to different candidates. But means from one constituencies, many people are fighting for the post of the MLA and and all are fighting. Suppose there is one seat and 4 people are fighting for the election in that particular constituency. And who will win? The people who will get the maximum vote will win the election from that constituency, and he will become the MLA from that area, right? So this is the process how an MLA is elected and who is an MLA, right? Now we will move on to the next segment. Okay, now when the MLAs are elected from the different constituency, they help in forming the government. Suppose how a government is now formed. MLAs are elected from different constituencies. Now what is the procedure of as who will form the government in a state? So the elected MLAs belong to different political parties. The MLAs who are elected, they belong to different political parties. Suppose there are different political party means BJP, some MLAs win from BJP, some MLAs have one from Congress, some MLAs have one from Samajwadi Party, and some have one from Aam Aadmi Party, etc. So among this, who will make the government in the state? There is this procedure. The elected MLAs belong to different political party if more than half of the elected members belong to a single party. The party is said to be in majority. So, in short, the majority party is allowed to make the government in a state. Majority party, who is the majority party? The party which is winning more than half of the seat is called a majority party. And when any party, suppose BJP wins in any particular constituency more than half of the seat, then it will called that the BJP is in majority. So the governor will call the leader of the majority party as chief minister, and he is called for formation of the government in that particular state. So this is the way, this is how a state government is formed in a state. So first of all, Chief Minister. Now after formation of the government, Chief Minister, what did the Chief Minister do? He becomes the leader of the majority party. Now all the MLAs does not become the minister. So now Chief Minister selects some of the ministers whom he want to in the Council of Minister. Then he handed over that list to the governor. The governor appoints the minister as well as the Chief Minister. Except the majority party, other parties are called opposition party. The parties, the people who have fought elections, have participated in the election and won the seats, but they are not in the majority party, are called the opposition party. Remaining parties are called the opposition party, who has not in the majority. Okay, now we will here have a case study of Himachal Pradesh Assembly election in 2007. It will help you to understand better. Here you can see a chart. It is also in your book. With the help of that you can understand it better. Political party name is given here and number of MLAs elected from each party is given here. It is the case study of Himachal Pradesh Assembly election in 2007. In that election, Indian National Congress has got 23 seats. Bharatiya Janata Party has got 42 seats, and other political parties had got 1 seat. An independent party has got 2 seats. Independent means the people who do not belong to any party, they have a independent. They have fought election independent. So total number of seats were 68 in that constituency in Himachal Pradesh. Total number of seats were 68, and to make a government in a particular state, to become a majority, number of seats are required more than half. So here you can see that Bharatiya Janata Party has won the maximum seat, that is 42, and the half is 34. More than half is 34 seats, so it has won more than half. So it you can see that it becomes the majority party. So the Bharatiya Janata Party has formed government in 2007 in Himachal Pradesh because they emerged as the majority party. And the second largest number of MLAs, we saw that we can see in the chart that 23. It is won by Indian National Congress, so they become the opposition party. So through this chart, I think you have understood it better. I have talked about the majority party, opposition party. Now sometimes what happened, there is a coalition government. Now what is the meaning of coalition government? Sometimes what we saw that no party gets the majority of the seats required to form. Suppose neither Congress, nor BJP, nor Samajwadi Party, any of the party doesn't get the required number of seats to form a government. In that case, what happens? There is a coalition, means there is they support each other to form the government. A group of parties combine together, they come together to form the government, and this type of government is called a coalition government. Like our previous government of Congress was a coalition government. Now currently we have BJP ruled, we have Modi government and we have Yogi government, which is a completely majority party government. Understood? Okay. Now working of the legislature, how a legislature works. First of all, governor is the head of the legislature. As I will show you a chart later on, you will understand it better. Governor first summons the assembly, legislative assembly, and addresses its first meeting. So the MLAs have meetings to discuss their different problems of their constituencies. First of all, the governor addresses its first meeting every year. Now, what is the role of the MLAs here? The MLAs raise concern about his own constituency. That means the MLAs here raise different problems, the problems which they are facing in their constituency is raised here, and they discuss on the matter of their constituency. Now, what is a bill? A bill, when passed in an assembly, is sent to the governor for his assent. Suppose if they want any recommendation, any changes, they give a bill before the assembly, legislative assembly, and it should be passed by both the houses. So it is bill is when passed at the assembly, it is sent to the governor for his assent. Means when it is passed in the assembly, it has to be signed or it has to be supported by the governor. So now, what is act or law? When a bill is passed and it is signed by or given assent by the governor, it becomes a act or law. So in that case, that means no bill can become an act or a law without the governor's assent. So in this way, the legislature works. I will show this chart so that you can understand it better. Here is state legislature. It has two parts: legislative assembly, legislative council. Legislative assembly is Vidhan Sabha. This is lower house, and the members are called MLA, that is member of legislative assembly, and their tenure is 5 years, and maximum membership is 500 and minimum membership is 60. Okay. Now legislative council is called Vidhan Parishad, which is called upper house. Their members are called MLC, member of legislative council. Their tenure is 6 years. It is a permanent house, that means it never dissolves, whereas the legislative assembly is dissolved every 5 years. Why it is not dissolved? Because 1/3 of members retire every 2 years, and only 7 states यहाँ लिखा हुआ है, but you will have to be a correction because Jammu and Kashmir is no longer a state, and Andhra Pradesh also has been divided into 2 parts, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So you will write mention it 6. There are 6 states who have legislative council. Others don't have legislative council. Understood? So now then there is state executive. Other than this state executive, in this state executive there is governor, chief minister, then council of minister. They work together. The council of ministers are supported by, helped by cabinet ministers, minister of state, deputy ministers, and civil services. Civil services at state level, in which chief secretaries, secretaries of department, deputy secretaries, under secretaries, directors and deputy directors are there. So in this way a state legislature functions. And civil services, as you all know, are chosen by different exams, that is Union Public Service Commission and State Public Service Commission. Now, working of the government and role of the media in the formation of public opinion. What is the role of the public? What is the role of media? As you all know, media is very important, playing a very important role in forming a public opinion. How? First of all, whenever there is a debate, suppose there is a debate in the assembly, the MLAs do debate on the different issues. Opposition party asks them questions and they have to answer why the work is not being done in their particular constituency properly. So for answering all these questions, the MLAs or the ministers call press conference, where reporters ask them different questions which are related to their work and what actions are taken for the problem of their constituency, and this minister have to answer the question which was asked by the people. Now media like newspaper, television report this press conference give reporting on the press conference. As you see on the television every day on Aaj Tak there is dangal, and there is different kind of debates on different issues are being performed or being telecasted. So through these we become aware of different types of concerns in our country or in a particular state. Like recently we have going through health issues, different health issues like corona, and we have different types of suppose a very important thing, the suicide of a very famous film star, media is taking coverage, or Vikas Dubey, he was arrested, and then how he was captured by police. All were very much publicized by the media, and maybe for this reason police has acted very promptly and have done the needful. Okay, so how political parties are attached with media? They have to answer the questions of the people, because the people have chosen them. Okay, so in what is the result of this? When the media interrupt in these things, what happened? They have to take care of all the issues of the public, and necessary steps have to be taken by the chief minister to remedy the problem, to sort out the problem. So this is the power of media in forming a public opinion. Lastly, what are the function of the chief minister? Chief minister's function is basically he has to be answerable to the public, and his duty is to keep the people of his state happy and healthy. He monitors all the departments like health department, education department, agriculture department, and takes necessary steps if there is any mismanagement. So that's it in this chapter. I hope you have understood it better. Thank you for watching the video.